What fascinates me right now about Walmart International is Africa. How should we read your acquisition of Massmart? What does that tell us about how ambitious your goals are on the continent?
Well, first and foremost, we found an investment that we love. Massmart is a well-run company, multiple formats, strong management team, and maybe more importantly, or as importantly, the market, especially in the mid to long term, looks very attractive. We have some countries in sub-Saharan Africa that are growing at strong rates. We believe in the future of that part of the world, and there are a lot of emerging consumers, people that are going to be emerging into the middle class that are going to be looking for the types of goods that Walmart provides.
Your strategy, though, in Africa is to go city by city rather than country by country. Is that because you have realized there are just some countries at this point, whether it's for political reasons, social unrest reasons, that you cannot be successful in?
Well, South Africa as a country presents a great opportunity. So first and foremost, that's where we've invested, and that's where the majority of the revenue is, 92-93% of the total revenue. Beyond that, into the region, you're right, we're thinking about it a city at a time, as Massmart has historically done, because that's where the population centers are, and there's enough business there to support a few stores so that we can learn the market.
You have said Africa has the potential to be as successful for the company as, say, Latin America. No doubt there are challenges to doing business there, as in any emerging economy. What do you say to some politicians who are concerned that Walmart's entry into Africa is going to damage their homegrown business?
Strategically, the way that we think about our business is the Americas, certainly beginning in the United States and then throughout Latin America, is a priority for us. Asia presents a tremendous opportunity. China is certainly a tremendous growth opportunity. But behind that, as things play out in the longer term, Africa, sub-Saharan Africa in particular, does present a great opportunity. But it's more of a mid to long-term opportunity other than the business that's already there in South Africa.
And to any critics that say, look, Walmart coming in is going to damage some of the emerging businesses on their own within Africa, what do you say to them? Is it an opposite story where you bring their products to more of a mass market?
In fact, we've already engaged with local suppliers, and around the world we buy the vast majority of our merchandise locally. It helps us get shorter lead times. It helps ensure that we have product that's relevant for customers. So in South Africa, but also in other markets around the world, including the United States, it's our preference to buy as close to the stores as we can because that helps us from a logistics point of view. It helps create jobs, and if we have customers who have jobs, the stores can grow.
So when I take a look at Walmart online and I look at the countries that you're not in, the places where you're not, the big ones that stand out to me: Australia, Russia, the Middle East, and much of Europe. Which do you care about getting into most?
We would tell you that today we're really happy with the markets that we're in. There are opportunities in China, Brazil. We hope that foreign direct investment for multi-brand retail is eventually approved in India.
Right, and that decision was made and then reversed, so it's been tough there.
We'll see how that plays out. Not our call. I think we've made our case for why it's the right thing to do, and we'll see how that plays out over time. But first, what I would say is those markets where we're currently in present great opportunities. Beyond that, strategically, what we've said is we're looking for large markets with a high growth rate.
Broad but important question: will Walmart hire in a material way in 2012?
We will. We're going to create over the next 5 years close to 500,000 jobs around the world in all the markets that we operate. I was just in the UK this week, and we announced that we're going to open enough stores to create 5,000 new jobs. And in the United Kingdom, that's very important. Around the world, we're making those announcements as we're ready to, including in markets like Brazil and certainly the United States. It's a place where we want to grow.